Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Soph Melman, who is much better known as Soooshimi. She has just shared her newest single titled Come Out and Play, and I'm super excited to talk to her all about it. Soph, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
I'm good. I can't really complain. How are you? I'm really
I'm,
excited for this opportunity, honestly.
yeah, I'm doing
Never done something
great.
like this before.
You had just mentioned to me that you are currently on a cruise ship, which I think is so funny for so many reasons that you're doing this. So, first off, where are
Yeah.
you? Where are you and where are you headed?
As far as I know, I'm in the middle of I'm somewhere near the Caribbeans. I don't know because I live in Florida. So
Okay.
we departed. I think we went to God, like Aruba, like a private island called Coco Cay, and then Curacao. Those were cool. I'm more of a desert person myself, but the beaches
Sure,
were nice. I
sure.
can't really complain.
Amazing. Well, I'm thrilled that you could take the
Yeah.
time to do this. I want to hop right into talking about the song, obviously. It is fantastic, and I'm being totally sincere. I love it. I've listened
Of
to it
course.
so many times at this point. First thing I really want to know about is what is it about? What does this song mean to
Really?
you?
Ooh, okay. So since it was featured by one of my friends at Romance Planet, I guess we both had a bit different perspectives, honestly. The creative process was amazing, but I think at the moment, I was just all about talking about two topics, mainly just incredible dissociation, just beating down on yourself, and then when the chorus hits, fighting that, and it's just, what's the word? It's quite literally fighting it out, just
Hmm.
beating yourself down and then beating your self-deprecation down. It's like fighting not only the people that have hurt you but your inner demons as well. And that sounds very corny, but like that's just how it came to me.
It's not corny at all. I totally understand, and like you
But
can understand the lyrics and what it's all about. I also want to know a bit about the production. Like this song sounds amazing, as powerful as it is. Like it's slightly aggressive, but it's emotional and dramatic. Like, did you have any outside help putting this together? Kind of wanted to like a little bit of behind the scenes on it.
oh, of course, yeah. So most of the music I make myself, but with this one, I invited one of my friends, Romance Planet, which I always looked up to him because he's a really cool hyperpop artist. Like he's awesome. Shout out to that guy. But I've been asking like, yo, we gotta record something. We gotta record something. And finally, he was free and I was free, and we got our buddy Robert actually. He goes by Audio Crisis, and he's a producer, and he's produced people. Well, actually, oh, I can't say this. I was about to
That's
say he's
okay.
working with a cool artist right now, but I can't say I can't say who. But we basically just met up. We hung out for a little bit. Some of our other friends came in my room. It was like maybe like the seven of us. Then they left, and so Robert was working on the beat. We were. I wanted something, sad and like just all depressed and shit. And Romance Planet, he wants something a bit more upbeat because that's what he was listening to, and we combined that, and we just kind of kept flowing with it. We took a bit of inspiration from here. We would take a break to listen to some songs, and at one point, I fell asleep. But that's only because we all started taking turns napping, just because we were up until like 5 in the morning, just
Sure.
writing and writing and writing, and it was an amazing experience.
That's awesome.
It was
That's
incredible,
awesome. Yeah, I
honestly.
love to hear that like behind
Yeah.
the scenes style stuff. It really it complements the rest of the song. So I say you've done a great job. Now, this is your second song released of the year. So the obvious sort of follow-up here is I hope that there's more on the way. I don't know what you can say, but I hope that you're the type of artist that's always working on the next thing.
Yep, I'm working on collabing with some people, maybe featuring with them on some things, but as of right now, my main focus, because I do local shows, there haven't been as many local shows recently. I've just been writing and writing a bunch of demos, and I'd shoot, I'd say in a couple months, you know?
Okay.
I'm thinking something around that. I was thinking of a music, like I'm super open with this. I was thinking of doing a music video, but I don't know how or what. Like that, the first step is always the most confusing one.
Sure.
So I'm working on some things. I think I want to release a small EP of my unreleased demos because that's what I'm like very huge about, being as authentic with my emotions and how I present it. You know, like I'm not gonna excuse my language. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
No, no, no. I
If I'm
want
gonna
it to
scream
be
my
as
lungs out,
honest as
might as well post
possible.
it.
I agree. And I mean, there's so many people that it's not
Yeah,
always their first, love of music, like screaming. In my opinion, it's really the most true form to emotion. You have to be yourself, you have to do what makes you happy. And a well timed scream in a song can literally send
exactly.
shivers down your spine.
Yes, the goosebumps. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Depends on the person.
Of course.
Some people love excess screaming. Some people think it's overdone, but
Oh,
as a whole, I love the raw emotional screaming.
well, no, I think there's a fine line. I think that if it's, every other
Yeah.
line or every other whatever you're screaming doesn't quite make sense. But a well-timed, perfectly input scream to really like bring it up a notch, that's where it's at. That's where it needs to be. And I think that's where this song shines the most.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta add a little bit of spice. If you add too much hot sauce, all you're gonna taste is hot sauce and it's gonna burn your mouth.
Oh my God. Perfect analogy. There you go. Love it.
But yeah,
So yeah, I mean, you have a really interesting
thank
style of
you.
making music. I'd love to hear some of your inspirations. Like, who did you grow up listening to? Are you trying to model your sound after those inspirations? Like, how did you kind of pivot to the music you're making today?
That's so difficult to answer because originally, like, because I'm 16. I turned 16 like two
Yeah,
months ago. I'm pretty young, but all throughout middle school, I was listening to like MCR, Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, Bring Me the Horizon.
of course.
A lot of that, I wouldn't even call it emo. It's just like heavy pop punk,
Sure.
borderline emo. You know, the very typical middle school emo type music. And I wanted to make that type of music when I was like 13, 14. Never really learned how to. And then I started getting into electronic music. And I
Mhm.
think my current inspirations, 2000s MySpace electronic artists like Breathe Carolina, The Medic Droid, Attack Attack, I Set My Friends on Fire. I saw them live. They are incredible, man. They're hilarious too.
That's crazy. I mean,
But oh,
yeah,
Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty, he was my biggest inspiration on I Don't Want You.
okay. Yeah, I would say an overwhelming majority of the
Just a
artists
bunch.
you just named are a lot of the artists I grew up listening to and enjoying. So it's nice to see that someone so much younger like yourself can appreciate that and discover it and make music that slightly resembles it. It's really nice.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you. All my friends say like, so you're not hyperpop, you're not electro pop, you're just 2000s MySpace music that popped up for like 2 years and then kind of fell out.
Yeah, but it's great
That's my
music.
goal.
It's great music, so it should be made. And there's, it takes people like you to do it. So we thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually cringe at all my songs. Like I two there there are two songs that I cannot stand listening back to. That's Hypersoph and I think what will be the other one? I Want You. I hate them. I cringe at all my songs. And this is the first song that I can listen to and just get hyped at. I get so excited. I don't feel an ounce of, why did I post this? You know, I think a lot of artists have that kind of reflection on the earlier music and just kind of thinking,
No, 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 that's a great point.
anyways,
That's a
you know.
great point. I'm actually really happy that you brought that up because one of the next things I wanted to talk about was, I mean, you're very young, but now that you've been doing this for what seems like a little while, you've got a lot of songs under your belt. Is there something that you're happy that you've changed throughout the process? Like obviously as you make music, there's always new things that you're learning, but is there something definitive that you're happy that you're now doing as opposed to the past?
Ooh, okay. For sure, honestly. Number one, and these 2 points are kind of a contradiction to each other. But number one, once I get into the flow of my own process of writing a song, this process gets easier and easier. But at the same time, if I shoot to be directly like an artist and directly like a song, I set up these like perfectionistic views and I just start crumbling myself. So now I've it's less about the style or the genre, but more about the inspiration and the process.
Yeah,
Because I have so much perfectionism. Now I'm just kind of, and I'm still learning, to let that flow in. And if it doesn't flow, it doesn't flow. You go somewhere else. And
yeah.
playlisting, oh my, playlisting has helped so much, honestly. I tried TikTok, honestly. I tried to boost my streams there. Didn't really work. I gained a lot of popularity in TikTok from like 2020 to 2021 for my outfits, and then that kind of fell out of style. So I've been trying to do that. That hasn't worked. My main thing is just playlisting and shows. Shows are so much fun to play at.
That's awesome. Yeah. Do you have any shows that are planned? Like, are you planning a tour or
I think
planning
the
just
Wi-Fi might be out.
individual shows around you?
I wish. See, I have a whole little local scene in South Florida, but we haven't had any electronic shows recently, so I guess my
Mm,
reach in that sense is kind of small. Because if there are no shows being planned in our little local area, I really have nothing else to go to. I want to do a tour. That would be so awesome, but if I'm being completely honest, I think I might have too small of a following to do that.
sure.
I would probably have to get a bit bigger, climb a little bit on the ladder, and then just kind of jump for it. Because I love traveling. I love meeting new people, performing at new places. But as for now, nothing really in the books. I am an open slate. I'm going to keep my eye out.
That's awesome.
But that gives me time to focus on the music and the core of the artist or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I completely agree. And I
Thank
keep
you.
saying it, but you're young and like you have so much ahead of you. The fact that you're already making music and you have, even any amount of established audience is impressive. So yeah, I mean, we're at the beginning of the year at this point, and I've been asking people, I kind of want to know for you too, what's like the next year plan? Do you have any lofty goals that you've set for yourself that you'd like to hit?
Ooh, okay. On a broader sense,
Yeah.
I might be able to graduate. I'm gonna get to the music in a second, but on a broader sense, I have the opportunity to graduate this year and then go to ASU in either the summer or the fall. So that would be incredible. But my main thing, I wanna write and record and publish an album or an EP so badly. But my perfectionism always tells me this song isn't good enough. This one, write a new one. And now I have 300 unfinished Logic projects. A tour, if I get to that level, absolutely. But I think for the main two, grow an audience and create an album.
I mean, they seem
That would
very
be my definitely
doable.
goal.
They seem very doable. Even putting out an
Of
EP,
course, emotionally,
something in the 4 to 5 song range, is absolutely possible by the end of the year. I think you can do it.
of course, yeah. Hopefully, man.
Totally. So if I have one more question for you at this point, and before we end, I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your vacation to make this happen. Even though we've had a little bit of Wi-Fi trouble, it's still been a great conversation.
There's a bit of delay. I hope you were able to hear me.
Yeah, there is a delay on my end too, but it's all good
Did it work?
because the audio is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. No,
Anyway,
honestly, thank you. I'm so happy that you guys actually reached back and scheduled something. This is my
totally.
first time doing this, so I'm just kind of new to it. I don't know what I can and can't say. It's like, oh my God.
No, I totally get it. There are no rules here. You can say whatever you want. But I do want to ask my last question. Basically, the question is for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that's going to listen to your music for the first time, what is sort of an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
I've been there. That'd be the first thing. It's my goal is always to spread light, generate positivity, pull someone out of that darkness the same way music did for me. And if they see this, they can interpret it as whoever's watching. You can interpret this however way you can. You can call me just a little teen kid who's riding on some hopeless dream. You can call me a poser. You can call me this, this, and this. But I want you to know that you are never alone in these situations, and someone has been there who can help you. And my goal is to help you. You can do whatever you'd like with my music. You can think of me anyway, but as long as you use it to create light in yourself and pull yourself out of those situations. And also the regular things like follow me on Instagram at soooshimi, you know?
Of course, of course, of course. And yeah, so yeah, that was a perfect answer. I want to thank you so much again for taking the time out of your day to do this. I'm gonna plug your music one more time for you. So your music goes by Soooshimi. That is Soooshimi with three O's. The song is called "Come Out and Play." We will have links so everyone can listen and share and follow along on your social media. Um, Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great rest of your trip. Get home safely and stay safe.
Thank you, you too. So long. Mwah!
All right, bye bye. Take care.